All right, we all struggle with our own way of sharpening knives. This is pretty much the traditional way, a 6-inch file, knife file that we can buy at any Farrier supply around. And the issue comes when we try to do this, we try to find a place that can maybe be strong enough, and then we're trying to do this with one hand, and then it's slipping, and it's not, it just won't hold still. So for me, rather than carry another vise on my truck, we have lots of ways to do this, but I come up with a very cheap, inexpensive way to build this, what I call a knife vise. And it's just 2 pieces of hollow square metal. This is a 1-inch, and this is a 1 1/4. So this 1 1/4 allows the knife to sit inside of that and locks it in. This acts as your hardy. So we put this in the anvil at any angle we want. It can go, boy, that goes in there good too, doesn't it? Or this way, or this way, or this way, whatever you prefer. So I'm at the truck, I'm basically lazy. I want to put this in and get this at the angle, because with these pivoting here and here, you can lock it in down, or you can raise it up like this, the angle that you want. That way you're always standing at exactly the same height. If your anvil's on the ground, this is in here, it's always the same. Now I don't use a metal file any longer, but this is good if you have some big burrs or whatever. But the proper way to do it, I'm going to let Roy talk to you about different types of files.
Now, these are all diamond hones and different grits. These 2 are pretty much the same grit, but one is a rat tail, one's a flat. This one is a little more on the coarse side. So the movement is just like with the file, starting up, and you're pushing in and going back towards the handle. And as you're with the rat tails like that, it's a good idea to spin them in your hand. That way you're catching, nothing's getting plugged up. So you do it with the rougher rat tail. Then you can take the fine, come back in, same movement.
So the thing is this, as you've seen with Roy sharpening, this thing doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays at that same angle. Now what I like it for is I use a loop knife. Of course, everyone's seen me use the loop knife in many of the videos. So we can take this vise, lay this knife down, we can loosen it up. Again, these are going to go to the angle we want, so I want this down as much as I can. And lock it in so that I can sharpen this from the inside. I sharpen my loop knives from the inside out. And these little rat tail files that Roy just used, to me, are the best thing going. So you can get right in this. This is the hardest thing to sharpen, and sometimes doesn't get sharpened. It ends up you even have a lip or an extended point here that doesn't get sharpened. This way you're looking right at it. So you can get that point where you want it, and then you go to each side. And likewise this side. You're looking right at it, so you know what you're sharpening. You know the exact angle that you're getting every time that you sharpen this. So this makes a very handy way to sharpen either one of your knives, adjustable no matter what type of knife you use, no matter what the handle it is. This thing pivots, gives you the angle that you want, and to be able to still sharpen your loop knives. Very cheap and easy way to make your own knife file vise.